another JellyPod episode number 32 today. We are with Lisa here, who is the founder of a BTC Ordinals project called Pizza Aliens. And today we're going to learn all about her journey as a founder, actually from Ukraine, of all places, how she got into the Ordinals ecosystem, what Pizza Aliens is about, and what they're working on next. Lisa, thank you so much for joining in today. We actually had a small conversation before we even set up this podcast, and I got to know a little bit about your background and history. But I always like to start these off with getting to know sort of the founder's journey of how they got into Web3. So, yeah, like, what's your background? How did you get into, ordinals of all things?
Okay, thank you for invitation and GM for everyone. One more time, thank you, Jason, for inviting me. I will start from my first step in crypto, I suppose, and after that, if you have any question, just tell me because, I have a lot of on my mind to tell you. I get acquainted with crypto almost like 5 or 6 years ago, but I started as a lot of people, I suppose, from trading. In Ukraine, like a lot of people start from trading, but right now I understand that crypto is not only trading, but I don't know why, but all beginners thought that crypto is only trading, and that's all. And I want to change this. So it was like my aim, my main aim to explain Ukrainian people, and like right now it become worldwide to help people to understand what is it and how it's working and how it can be helpful for people, how it can be helpful for everyone, not only for like someone who are into this space for years, because right now it's much more easier, especially with Bitcoin ordinals, by the way. Okay, so I start from trading, and I asked a lot. Like I just have a lot of friends who were into trading, and I decided that it's really interesting for me because before this I was studying, I was studying at university. I was a lawyer, and but right now I like change fully my specialty, and I'm not into this. And in 2014 we already heard about blockchain from, I don't know, have you heard about it? Like we had Skype lectures from USA, like people in USA in some university, some professors give lectures about blockchain, and we were in Ukraine. It was like 9 p.m. We were sitting in a huge room and just switch on Skype, and my English wasn't so good, but I tried to understand what this blockchain is. Like we don't have Chat GPT, we don't have a lot of info about that, but we try to understand what's going on and how it's working. But at that time, I don't have money for investing. I just want to understand what is it, and I was concentrate only on my real life, not investments or not future, because I was young. And already in 2020, 2021, I understand that crypto is real future, and we should start to like dive into it and try to explain what's going on there. And if we're talking about Bitcoin ordinals, I heard about it as a lot of people in ordinals since December of 2022, but it was the same as crypto. I thought, oh, Bitcoin ordinals is something new, but it must be like some NFT hype, and after that it's gone, and that's all. But after that, in March, I get acquainted with Pizza Ninjas,
Mm.
and I bought one PFP of Pizza Ninjas, and I start to dive into it, and so I searched a lot. And Pizza Ninjas, they organize some really good, I suppose it was really good idea. They organize boot camp. They organize it twice, and I think that that was like the main point for me, because before Bitcoin ordinals in Ukraine, we already had some small community. It names Crypto Alliance. Crypto Alliance, like alliance. You understand? Yes, what I mean. Like all
Alliance?
together.
Crypto
A-
Alliance?
Alliance. Yes, thank you.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, Crypto
okay.
Alliance. And we had this small community, it counts in Telegram channel right now approximately 15,000 of people, 15,000 of Ukrainians. But in that time, it was just like my friends, and it count maybe 100 of people. And here we discuss what's going on, how like market is. right now is going, and that's all. And I understand, in that time, I decided that for Ukrainians, it would be great to get acquainted with financial literacy and crypto, and that's all. And after that, when Pizza Ninjas decided to organize bootcamp, I see that it's really popular not only in our country, like to have this community and become like all together, because Pizza Ninjas was one of the most friendly community. They explained everything and like help us to understand how Bitcoin ordinals working. And I was so inspired, and they gave us this opportunity like to try to build something by ourselves. And we were in some small teams and discuss everything what we are going to do. And here was the idea of Pizza Aliens. So I thought firstly that it must be like Pizza Alliance, because I already have my community in Ukraine, Crypto
Yeah.
Aliens. But I thought that it doesn't work like this, because how I should connect it pizza and alliance. So Pizza Aliens was a little bit easier to connect and make something like this.
Yeah,
And
no, I
after,
mean, it kinda sounds the same too, to be honest.
yes, yes.
I think that's
And
clever, yeah.
it was the idea. So it was like firstly the idea, and after that I saw that there were a lot of hype around aliens. Like Kim Kardashian makes some advertisement with, it was like robots, but they looks like aliens. With Tesla, with her brand schemes, they make all this. In 2023, and I thought, aliens, it's not a bad idea, it's pretty cool. So maybe if we draw some really cool art, different aliens with pizza, because our collection is on rare pizza sats right now. We have 3,333 PFP. They are all like they were made by artists. It's not AI. It's all like from brain of young, pretty young girl. She is right now 15 years old.
Oh,
So
wow,
the
okay.
yes, the artist is a girl. She's 15 years old, and she like we just I know her from her childhood, and she really wants to start her trip in crypto because she is an artist, like young artist. And I like give her this opportunity and ask her, "Do you mind if we make something like this?" And she said, "Yes, it will be great." So we decided that it would be a good collection, and we start building. It was in July, I suppose. Yes, in July 2024 already. Like I have a lot of on my mind. Before this, I attend NFS summit in Lisbon, and we were with Pizza Ninjas on some Bitcoin ordinal side event, and it was awesome. It was like one of the my favorite memories from Lisbon. It was this event. We get acquainted with the people in this space in real life, and I understand that before any project, it's not connected only with Bitcoin ordinals. It's like connected with all Web3 place space. Before all projects, stay people with their real ideas, real emotions, and they have also some, I don't want to say pain, but they have something that they are struggling with something, and then they want to find the solution of their problems. And maybe we can help them with this. And after that, I came back home and decided to start my own collection. We were drawing it for 2 months. After that, it was like hard to inscribe it because I have no idea how I can do it. But thanks to my like already friends, they explain me how it's working and how we can do this. We have really good art, I suppose, and idea. And also, like I already mentioned, I was inspired by Pizza Ninjas. But I understand that, for example, for Ukrainian people, the price of Pizza Ninjas is pretty huge. And I want to make some collection for, firstly, for Ukrainians who also can become a part of Bitcoin Ordinals community, but the price will be cheaper. And after that, all my friends start to tell me that you shouldn't concentrate only on Ukrainians. You should make it worldwide. And after that, I get acquainted with my community manager, my friend right now, Vera. By the way, he get acquainted us
Yeah,
together.
collab manager. Yeah.
Yes, he was like, I suppose it's one of the best person in this Web3 space because he helps me really a lot. And thanks to him, we don't like we didn't do any, paid advertisement. We just had networking a lot, ask different communities to engage with us and collaborate. We give some spots from different projects to different projects, and that's all. So we start marketing plan from September, and it was pretty like it went pretty good till November, like 2 months. We raise our Twitter from 0 followers to 10,000, 10K followers. And I think it's really a huge success for me because I can't even imagine that it's possible. I don't believe it, but Vera, he did it. He believed in me, in our project, and he said, "Yeah, you have really cool idea." Uh, by the way, my idea. My idea was to build something like bridge between Web 2 people and help them come to Web 3, because I understand that there are a lot of people who have never heard about crypto, even right now, and I want to help such kind of people to explain everything, because I understand that in Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem, there are a lot of developers, a lot of people who are here for years, and they have like good, huge background, and they get acquainted much more with this space than me. But also, I have like people on different side that have no idea about it, and I can be this small bridge to help them to become these
Mm.
people who are already here. And I just want to help them. Don't be afraid of it, and try to open their heart to something new.
It's cool. Now to stop you for a second, because this has been a lot of information, which is awesome. I love your passion with it too. It's very easy to tell you're super passionate about this.
Thank
So,
you.
to kind of summarize some of this, you were in
Okay.
crypto for a while. You saw ordinals early, but didn't get into it. Maybe it was just some hype thing. But then it was the Pizza Ninjas project that actually really onboarded you. And it
Yeah.
was cool because they created these sort of resources to make it easy for you to sort of understand what all of this was about. And they encourage people within their community to sort of use the pizza IP to make their own project. And that's where you yourself were like, okay, um, I've got a vision of being able to help other people within the Ukraine community too, like pizza, aliens, kind of like the alliance. Let's marry this together. You're able to
Yes.
find a young girl, I guess 15 years old. She made a lot of the art.
Yes.
And then you were able to launch last year, later in the year. And like your whole vision now has been trying to almost do what Pizza Ninjas had done for you in the very beginning, and like sort of help people get into the Ordinals ecosystem, or like can you explain that a little more?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning about our launching. Yes, when we launched, it was November, I suppose. Yes, it was November. We had a lot of comments about that we are connected to Pizza Ninjas. But the situation was about this, like Pizza Ninjas get acquainted me with Bitcoin Ordinals, but like we are separate project and they helps me a lot. But like we are different, and we just have
Yeah.
the same background. It's yellow, and that's because we are all in Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem. We are all about Bitcoin, and it's like the color of Bitcoin. It's like Billy Dora cats also have this color, so it's not about like we are all connected to Pizza Ninjas. But I still am a Pizza Ninja holder, and this community is like my idol. But we are still small, and we just try to grow and to help different people who are not here yet to come to Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem. And I suppose that In future, like I have small dream. Maybe it's right now it's small, but in future I believe it will become huge. I want to organize, maybe in cooperation with Pizza Ninjas or Bitcoin Ordinals community, like any project who are also into it, to organize some meetup in Ukraine. The same like we had huge and adorable meetup in Paris in February. Already, like I attend Bitcoin Amsterdam conference, and they had a lot of side events in Amsterdam. I know that was like it's going to be Bitcoin Las Vegas, and they have really huge networking, and a lot of people came there. And I really want to to show and to explain Ukrainian people that it's really possible, because we have also meetups, but they are not so uh, huge. And I really want to make it like I want it can be happen in Ukraine. But right now it's hard. It's pretty hard to organize here.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious, like is the what kind of attracted you to ordinals? And you obviously related to ordinals enough to want to launch your own project and go to all these events and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, what do you think is so special about Bitcoin ordinals to you?
For To be honest, for me, it's all about people, because I don't know. Like I was in Ukraine, I attend a lot of Ethereum ecosystem conferences and small meetups and so on. But as I mentioned, Bitcoin Ordinals community really friendly, and they helps a lot,
Mm.
and they can help you not only like into Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem, that they can help you to get acquainted with crypto like fully. And also, I would like to say that I suppose I more Bitcoin maxi than like altcoins, because while I was trading altcoins, there are different. Like I analyze a lot of tokens and so on, and I understand that for me Uh, it's not fit for me. I don't want to say that it's like bullshit or something like this, but for me it's not fit. For me it's much more better to build something, to cooking, to get acquainted with people and understand what they are doing here. And in Bitcoin ordinals, because of there are not so much people right now, everyone get acquainted with everyone. We discussed it last time, you remember. And it's really helps a lot. And I think that thanks to this community I can get acquainted with any people all over the world. So for me it's all about people.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good answer too. I think, like, and I've been seeing that with Bitcoin. I actually see some similarities with Cardano, which is where we had originally launched our project, where it's still a small ecosystem where you start to get to know a lot of different founders. And even on like this little podcast, I've had on a lot of Cardano founders, and I know a lot of the different builders in the space. So I can definitely relate to you on that of having that
Mhm.
like close knitness of being able to say, oh, like, how's it going with this? And everyone can kind of talk to each other. I also agree with you on the main point with Bitcoin too, where it's like I think the longer I've been in crypto, the more skeptical I've become of things outside of Bitcoin because we've just seen so many like bullshit blockchains or this coin or that coin. And I think what we're seeing in the market right now is almost like this flush out of okay, there's way too much kind of crap going on that's out there. And that's kind of made me gravitate more towards things with really strong fundamentals. And I think
Mhm.
no matter what chain you're from, whether it's ADA or Solana or Ethereum or Base, whatever, I think everyone has this sort of respect for Bitcoin. And actually, that actually brings me up to my next question. I feel like in the Bitcoin community, there's still a lot of tug of war between Bitcoin maxis that are like, okay, this like, why are there ordinals? Why are there runes? Why are there BRC20s or even alkalines? Like, there's always something new coming out. What's kind of your take on that? What are you saying to kind of people that just view Bitcoin as a store of value and are like confused about everything else going on?
Okay, I get your point. I would like to say that I can't relate that Bitcoin Maxi that's all. like Bitcoin is only technology that we can we can only use for our financial, I don't know, send Bitcoin to someone and that's all. I suppose that all these ideas about runes, about ordinals, it can be, it should have place to be, and I think that it's the safe space for such kind of artists, for people who are into, I don't know, any ideas, for example, write music on blockchain, or have some um, pictures or art or texts on blockchain. And we also can use Bitcoin as in, like, in our government system. For me, it's more about this, and I think that I don't know, Bitcoin ordinals, it's much more than just idea of this, Bitcoin maxi. mm, I don't know how it's named in English. um, Promotion, maybe. We just need to give some space for people who want to invent something, and it's not about to argue we should use it like this, or we shouldn't use it like this. We just need to admit that it is already, it's possible that we can use it, and try to find the solution how we can use it, not only for scams or for people who wants just to earn money, or like find something bad in it, or just concentrate only on good position.
I like it. And are you into other stuff on in the Bitcoin ecosystem, or mostly just ordinals?
um, like right now, of course, I concentrate only on ordinals, but I am not sure that I will be here for years, because crypto is changed a lot. Like I mentioned that I start from trading in 2021. It was popular NFT, and I also attend a lot of conference, and it was hype on metaverses. And right now, it started to come back, this metaverses hype. But um, I don't know. I just like trying to look on to this space and ecosystem, and admit that there are a lot of things that I don't know yet, but I want to get acquainted with, and maybe in future, in a few years, it will change everything. So
Heck yeah. And, kind of like the next question I have, I always find it interesting when, people become founders. And I guess you became a founder within the past year.
yes.
How was kind of that transition for you, going from trader to now founder, and sort of leading a community? What was that experience like? And do you have any advice that you've learned already through the past year?
Definitely, yes. I would say that for me, it was hard to become like a founder of a worldwide project, because like I already was a founder of community in Ukraine, and like I speaks a lot in Ukrainian, in Russian. I explain people how crypto is working, and like I have a lot of work except crypto in real life. But when I finally decided that this project will exist, will be, for me it was hard to believe in myself that I can manage it, and as I mentioned, for me it's really important to have people who supports me. So I had really great team when we are launching. It was international team. Vera was from Bolivia. We have our Discord moderators from Vietnam, by the way, from India, from
Oh,
Turkish.
sick.
Yes, a lot of people all over the world. And um, I have, by the way, I have really a good story about our launching. While we were launch on Magic Eden, and thanks a lot this platform for supporting me as well. And later I will explain what was like a small life hacks for future founders, what they should do. But the story was about our launching. So we launched. It wasn't so good. Like we don't have sold out 100% in first a few hours. How we suppose it must be. And we start to like promote our project, to share with everyone what we are what we have on our minds, and so on and so on. And next day after launching, I achieved some message from one guy. He said that he became our holder, and he just like he was a new in Bitcoin Ordinals, and he bought our PFPs, and he was wants just to met with me as a founder because he was from USA, by the way, from Miami, but living in Bulgaria. And in that at that time he was in Kiev, and his name is Seth, and he decided just to write me and asked, is it possible to meet in real life to discuss how Ordinals working? And I said, why not? So we met next day after
Why not?
launching.
Wow.
We met in
Nice.
next day after launching of Pizza Aliens, and he was really impressed because, like he said, "Oh my God, you are a real person. You build something here, and you like mm, uh, don't refuse me." We
Invitation,
went,
yeah.
yes, my invitation. Yes, we went to some place in Kiev. Like I make a small excursion to him, and he said that it was really a pleasure to get acquainted, and like he helps us a lot after that in building a community. And I think that it's really great, because I was also impressed that like people can be so friendly and so open to any ideas in this space. And about life hacks, that like not life hack, but like some some tips that you
Kind of
should pay
hacks, I
attention,
guess.
yes, as a founder. Like there are a lot of different stages, yes, when you have product, brand, some idea. After that, you have already art. If we are talking about like PFP collection, yes, in Ordinals, you should like buy these rare pizza sets if we are talking about our collection, make inscription and so on and so on. But the main idea is launching, yes. And while we were looking for some platform where we're gonna launch, we were choosing between Ordzar and Magic Eden, and I had like meetings with both of them. And I don't know, maybe it was because of my lack of my English, but it was, for me, it was a problem in that time. We signed the contract, and as I understand, that Magic Eden is going to like take some fee for launching from every mint. Like every mint while launching is going, they take fee, and after that, we achieve like payment on our wallet. But like everything is finished, we were close the mint, and it was like January. We already finished everything. We just have some holidays, and in March, I achieved some message from Magic Eden that was written about, "Hello, you already mint like 4 years ago. You should pay our fee for mint." And I was really expressed about it because why I thought that you already take your fee, but it was a difference between Orzar and Magic Eden, and it was a difference because of the Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin doesn't don't have smart contract for this to take fee before and after that take go directly to wallet payment. It was about Solana or EVM network, but it wasn't about Bitcoin. And I don't know why, but I achieved this message only in March, and we discussed everything with Magic Eden. I looked through the contract one more time, and there was uh, some sentences about that they should take fee before payment will come to the wallet, but it was not like this. It was different. And we solve everything. Like I sent the fee for our launching, and Magic Eden is really a huge project, and I thanks them a lot. They helped me because for me it was really my first mint, my first launch. I don't know, like I have no idea how it works, but they answered all my question, and like I suppose that if we are if I plan in future do some mint one more time, I definitely should do it on Magic Eden. So be careful and like read your contract really attentively and ask if you have some questions, it's better to ask. It's not the problem to ask a lot of time if you don't understand something. Then if you will have some troubles with this in future.
I think that's some really underrated advice that people don't think about, but it's some of that administrative stuff,
Yes.
like reading the contract and making sure people are on the same page, and because like those sort of things can really add up. And you don't necessarily think to pay too close attention to them sometimes. Like the Magic Eden one was interesting because yeah, on most chains they're just taking it automatically. It's kind
Ye-
of crazy to me that they're trusting people to just send them the money after the fact.
Yes, it's
Like it, it
definitely
it
about
seems
trust.
like they would just take it first. Like it's such a like I would have never in a million years thought that's how they had their process.
Yes, that's definitely true. Like I also was impressed and shocked because it was definitely about trust. And I understand that, like, I am a fully doxed person in Twitter, and I don't want any problem with this. So no, it's not the problem at all. If it wasn't taken before, I definitely should pay. So it's not about this. But yes, you should be really attentive.
Yeah.
And also
Uh,
find a really good community manager. It's like the main point. Community manager, it's like the most important thing, I suppose.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to go into that? Because I feel like most people don't really know what like community managers are too much. Like what do community managers do, and why do you think they're important?
Because when when I came into this sphere, yes, Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem, I get acquainted with some people from Pizza Ninjas, but I have no idea how many projects, like who are they, and it's really hard in Web3 to understand who is who because we don't usually like right now it become more popular to become docs, yes, but earlier it wasn't like this.
Very few people for sure.
I was such kind of person who always trust everyone, and I had a lot of scam messages in my Twitter. And Vera, my community manager, was that person. Like he was into this sphere much more than me, and he has this skill. Like special skill, he can look through message, and after that tell me this is scam, this is good person, this is okay. You can definitely answer him,
Yeah.
oh no, this one it's not a good idea, you definitely should block him. Because before him I had a lot of time, like I spent a lot of time on different scam people and people who just take my time and no idea what it can be. And also, what community manager do? He just helps you to get acquainted with different project, to understand that if he is good community manager, he already into this, and he know definitely that you will be a good collaboration, for example, and it would be interesting to connect it together. And for example, me and someone else from another project, it's not connected because we have different values, we have different ideas. It's not like our roads are different, and it was his work, so I think he made it like 100%.
Yeah, he's great. We've been working with him for some stuff for a while now, and he's such like a passionate guy, and
Definitely, yeah.
he really cares about the project or whatever he's working on. So, yeah, I think they're very important and super underrated, especially projects that haven't launched yet. Because, yeah, I mean, if you're brand new into the ecosystem, how do you even get to know a lot of the people in the space? And I think that's what's like cool from my end, like doing these podcasts like I am with you right now. Like I get to meet you and get connected. And I think that's another reason why going to events are super important too. Because I like met Trevor and Inscribing Atlantis in Singapore last year. And I met some of the guys from the Ordzar team. You brought up Ordzar, and even some of the other content creators like Jern I met
Mhm.
in Singapore. So it's really cool to be able to meet people face to face. I did see too. I wasn't able to look into it too much, but you guys have some sort of like summit or NFC summit partnership? Like, can you like
Yes.
what are you doing there?
Yes, I would. I would be. It would be an honor for me to become a media partner on Open Fair Summit because, as I mentioned last year, this summit became like my point A in this Ordinals sphere. I suppose like we connected and decided that it would be great to become a media partner of Open Fair Summit because uh, last year somebody invited me and I become a founder of Pizza Aliens. And this year, I want to invite another people, different people who are on their first step and help them to found their place in this sphere. And I would like to say that like I attend already a lot of different conferences and I even work in some Ethereum, for example, Ethereum Warsaw. I was in the team who organized this event last year and a year ago. But like I attend Bitcoin Amsterdam conference, NFT Paris, and so on and so on. But in Fair Summit in Lisbon, it's like my favorite, to be honest, because a lot of people, a lot of stages, a lot of different and really uh, interesting and important info about future updates, and the most important it's like side events. um, by the way, I'm going to talk in for 2049 on Friday, and I suppose it was some earlier it was like my dream to attend it, and right now dreams come true. But for
Oh,
Ukrainians
hell
it's
yeah.
yeah, for Ukrainians it's really hard to attend some conferences, any of them. Like it's not depends, it's Dubai or it's Lisbon. Right now we have no planes flying, so I should drive by car or by autobus, by train to the I don't know, Poland or Hungary, like the nearest countries in EU, because planes is that it's not flying right now, and my journey takes usually like 2 or 3 days to get somewhere, and it's really hard. So last time we were in Paris and I was driving like 8,000 kilometers by car to attend it, by myself. So for me it's also about, it's like challenge, but it's also about like my strong um, um not desire, but like I want this and I do this, and so I need to drive 8,000 kilometers to attend this event. Okay, I'll do it.
That's awesome. That's some conviction right there. So
Yes.
like so for Dubai, you have to drive out of Ukraine and you have to go somewhere like Poland and then you've got to catch a flight from Poland to Dubai,
Yes.
for
Yes, right.
example.
Right now, like I plan to drive by car 1,300 kilometers to Budapest. It's Hungary. And after that, I left car there in the airport, fly to Dubai, spend time there, and
Oh
after
my
that, come back
gosh.
to Budapest, take my car, and come back to Ukraine.
That's awesome though. I have yet to go to Dubai, so have fun at the event. I think that would be super dope. I'm not going this year, but you know, I definitely like I'm gonna go to BTC Las Vegas, which I'm excited about. And then I also want to go to the Hong Kong event happening late August.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, I went to Token 49 Singapore last year. I mean, the event is just so huge. It's crazy how many projects are there and like the scale of it just blew my mind. Because before going to Token 49, I had gone to some smaller events in Cardano and stuff like that. And then when you're at Token 49, you're like, holy crap. Is this your first like I don't know how big the NFC is. Is like the
Yeah,
NFC a
yeah.
pretty big convention?
Like NFT Paris counts approximately 5,000 people this year, NFT Paris, and last time NFS Summit counts approximately 6,000 people. But I suppose Token 49 must be much more bigger. Yes.
I think so. It's funny too that's in Lisbon because I'm actually half Portuguese. So like my mom was born in Portugal, so I've been to Lisbon a decent amount. But not and there's a lot of Portuguese similar to Ukraine. There's a lot of Portuguese that are into crypto, especially because crypto, I don't know if they changed it recently, but crypto is completely tax free. So you had a lot of people just going to Portugal that we're living in the EU and just, getting tax-free crypto.
Definitely. While like full-scale invasion started, there are a lot of Ukrainians, more than one 100,000 people become refugees to Lisbon because they know that in Portuguese in Lisbon a huge crypto community, and here there they can found their like peace.
Yeah, and what and I'm interested in that. Eh, Like, why is crypto so big in Ukraine? Is it just because that's the biggest opportunity that people were able to find in Ukraine? Like, why do you think crypto
Mm,
really blew up?
for me, for Ukrainians, okay, not for me, not especially for me, for Ukrainians, crypto become a huge help in 2022 when full-scale invasion started because a lot of people have this possibility to donate to people who struggling with the war by crypto, and it was really huge help for us. And after that, I suppose, like after 2022 February, a lot of people become more acquainted with crypto, and they want to know much more because they understand that it's not like something somewhere, that they see this money that helps us a lot, and after that they become like the crypto become more popular in Ukraine. And also I hope that not only like crypto like technology, but like blockchain technology can help us to if we like implement it in government, it can help us to fight with corruption, so I really want to help people to understand how it's working, and maybe it will help our country a lot.
And with your alliance that you had, I mean,
Yes.
15,000 people is a lot. Like, did people just talk to each other, and what were you doing in there? Were you just talking about crypto trades, or like, what
Um,
was going on?
Yes, it was like it started firstly just discussion of crypto trading, like fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and that's all. After that, in crypto sphere, become really popular these test nets, airdrops, and people started to do these activities that were free, but because they have like no money and no experience, but they want to earn money because they heard that in crypto it's possible to earn a lot of money, and they become do test nets. And after that, we start just to share with different projects who gives this opportunity to people. And next like a hype year was about crypto for digital specialists. I will explain. I suppose, and I'm really proud of it, that in Ukraine, really good social managers, social media managers, like editors and people who uh, can become web designers and people who are creative, and they do like marketing for web 2, like I don't know, some salon or some projects that work in web 2. But right now it's become popular to do some marketing for web3 projects, and it also like payment work and the payments much more higher than in web 2. And for Ukrainians it's also become a good opportunity to find themselves in this. So for example, if they are already a specialist in marketing but they have no idea about crypto, they just need to get acquainted with crypto a little bit and already like connected both of this sphere and start working in it, and it's work. So people start to get acquainted with crypto more. And yes, I suppose it works like this. So because of that, people just work and look through some opportunities.
It's funny that transition because with
But it's
jelly
true.
cubes, like, yeah, like with jelly cubes, we primarily started off as sort of an alpha community as well, like going through different crypto trades. And you're exactly right with these airdrops. It almost sounds like a fairy tale. And it's been harder now, but but what's funny is like now with jelly cubes, we're also helping with marketing because we've noticed a huge need for that too, where hey, there aren't a lot of people that actually know Web3 marketing. There might be people in Web2 marketing, but they're not caught up to speed. So it's funny, like even on our side, we noticed a very similar path of, hey, getting into trading and different airdrops and opportunities like that. And like now, at least for myself, one of the big directions we've been taking with the project is helping other projects with advising and marketing help because we've been in the trenches for years. And I think from your standpoint too, it's very beneficial when the founder of a project, in my opinion, is very aware of the crypto space. Like I see way too many times someone comes in, they want to be a founder, they want to start a project because they think they can make a bunch of money with it, but they know nothing about crypto. They know nothing about how projects work. And it becomes like extremely difficult for them. I think because from analyzing so many projects, you get a ton of knowledge for your own project when you eventually started your own. And, that's how I kind of felt with Jelly Cubes. So I think your background really helps you. It's good to be acquainted with the space and meet people and network and do whatever the case is before trying to start something. And
Definitely.
I think a lot of people kind of skip that step.
Definitely true. And I also want to add that when you become a founder, it's not about to earn bunch of money. It's about to spend bunch of money, because you will have a team. You will have
Yes.
like all I know that people in space adore giveaways or some rewards or drops or something like this. Everyone wants to achieve some merch, and like they are keen on it, so everyone wants to achieve something for free. And if you want to pay attention to your project, you definitely should spend money first, and after that, maybe in future, if you build really strong product with value, you will achieve money back. But it's not like it's not fast, it's not the button money, it's not work like this.
Yeah, 100%. Unless you're a scammer. Unless you
Yeah,
just make the money and dip, which
i
unfortunately
I
happens a lot in this space.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. I don't want to believe that there are a lot of people in this ecosystem like this, but of course, I understand that they are.
Yeah. And I am kind of curious, like and we've seen this all throughout the space. Like a lot of ecosystems haven't been doing too well. The Ordinals ecosystem got hit a lot over this past year. I mean, where do you think the Ordinals ecosystem is going to go?
I believe in this. I truly believe. I think that in a few years, ordinal system, because of the Bitcoin, because it's like the main the main idea of crypto. Everything start from Bitcoin. Yes, I believe that we will found the solution to get acquainted much more people, and a lot of money as well come to this sphere, and maybe in future, I don't know. This is not only like just technology, It's like culture on Bitcoin, and there are a lot of creators. There are a lot of collectioners and people who like truly believe in it. So I think that right now on this market, this this system built only on believers and on people who truly wants to spend to give our time to this sphere, and maybe in future it will become huge. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I just believe, but I understand that people like someone said, oh, it's not a good idea, you definitely shouldn't do this. And by the way, also, why Ukrainians are so much in crypto? Because in Ukraine we don't have our market like stocks market. We don't have it,
Oh, okay.
and it's impossible. Like I know, I was in USA in April last year, and I heard that in US, maybe you will send that it's not true, but maybe it's true. That in USA it's really popular when when teenager like become 16 years old, they always buy some stocks of Tesla, Google, Netflix, or like some popular stocks for future for their pensioner time. And it's really popular, and they already from their teenager years know how to invest, how to spend, and it's always about it. But in Ukraine we don't have it. And crypto is for opportunity for us to make something like this.
I didn't even realize Ukraine didn't have that. Yeah, I think it's becoming a lot more popular in the US for people to start investing younger and younger, which is awesome. I think it's been getting taught a lot more. I was lucky enough that I started investing when I was a teenager, but I know like that wasn't like the case for everybody. But I think like even if it's just a couple $100 or something, it's good to get that experience. And there's been
Definitely.
different apps out there like Robinhood, for example, that just made it so much easier for people to get involved that I think that we've started to see that a lot more. And I think we're also seeing a lot of people get into crypto early too.
Definitely.
That doesn't have any age barrier. I mean, you can get into crypto anytime, any age, any amount of money. I mean, you can even do it for free and, get an airdrop or a whitelist that you end up
Yeah,
selling.
yeah,
I think crypto is one of those unique industries where you can literally have $0 and turn that into something,
definitely.
and which is like unheard of.
And how old were you when you become an investor?
Well, it's kind of hard to count this, but like when I was growing up, I was always saving money. I don't know. Like my grandpa always taught me that and I saved it. And when I was 12 years old, I had like $2,100 saved up just
Oh
because
my God.
I was doing lemonade sales and this and that. I was always getting into random
Nice.
stuff as a kid. And he told me, "Hey, like it's great that you're saving money, but really what's more important is how much you save and how much you invest." And I was like, "Well, what do you do? Like, I don't wanna lose all this money I've been saving, all this stuff like that." And he gave me, like, the best deal ever. He said, "Okay, put it into an investment account. I've got, like, a couple stocks I really like. Invest in them, and if you happen to lose your money on it, I'll pay you back. And if
Nice.
you make money, you made money." And he actually I think one of the stocks he told me was, like, some dollar stock called, like, Alcatel-Lucent or something that had, like, gone on a run, and I made, like, 3 times my money within a year, and it got me, like, hooked on it, right?
Awesome.
So starting at 12 years old, but I had no idea what the heck I was doing,
Oh my God.
and I had, like, kind of a perfect guarantee from him.
Nice, nice. I wish I could have such kind of guarantee too.
Yeah, oh, I mean, it was super privileged, like, I'm very grateful because he kind of more than anything, he planted the seed, and I know when I have kids in the future, I wanna do something similar because you're like, "Hey, even if I lost all $2,000 somehow, it's like the learning from that, the growth from that, the education from that, I think is incredibly important, and I think that's what ultimately helped me get into crypto and other things in the future is I already had that sort of background. So it is crazy. Like in Ukraine, you don't even have like the opportunity to do that. But what's cool is like that opportunity has presented itself through crypto, which is really dope because that's what crypto is about.
Yes, definitely true. And this year, I decided that I really want to like mm, decentralize my portfolio from crypto to stocks as well. So if you have some life hacks, or you can share with me what's better to buy in stocks. I would really appreciate it because for me it's like I own the first step. I make an account for interactive brokers, but I can't buy directly like crypto. I should buy it only from like third arms, like from brokers, and I should pay more than 20% of fee for put money in, and after that 20% of fee for taking it back, like 40% of fees. And like I understand that it must be really long term investments. It's not like crypto, not speculative.
Yeah. And I also saw Wild Tanks. What's up, man? He was saying every silent generation grandpa and every Gen X kid had this deal. I mean, maybe I wasn't alone in this. Maybe this is way more common than I thought it was. I
No.
definitely at that age. took it on. I mean, I was smart enough to be like, "Yeah, that sounds like a decent deal." Um,
Nice,
but
nice.
wow, it's already almost been an hour, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Kind of the last question that I have for you today is where do you hope to see your project in the next couple years? Is there anything exciting coming up and like where in the longer term, because we were just talking about longer term, like where do you hope to see this go?
Okay. Like I also have a lot of thoughts on my mind, but like long to make long story short, I would like to say that unfortunately in my situation it's not possible to like dream about 2 years for future because we live in Ukraine and right now it's the war here, so it's really hard to plan something. We're trying to plan on small, small 1 week 1 month, it's
Mhm.
already good. And my dreams is as I mentioned to organize huge event to get acquainted all Ukrainians with pizza aliens and give everyone opportunity to understand how Bitcoin Ordinal is working. And also, I have a dream to have a collaboration with, maybe him, JD Jeweler in Twitter space. JD, like I met him on NFT Paris in February, and he make some jewels for Pizza Ninjas and for different projects. And I dreamed about collaboration with him. So I think maybe in 1 year in future we definitely will do it because it's like a huge amount of work and I really love his art, so I think that we can collaborate and it would be great.
Awesome goals. Awesome goals. Well, I hope that you're able to achieve them. Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's kind of crazy, like, you're living day by day, but you're super positive about everything, so massive respect to you of,
Thank you so
making the
much.
most out of whatever opportunity you're in, and it sounds like you have, like, a huge, passion to help other people too, which is really cool, whether that was starting that um, alliance group or even now what you're doing and wanting to host these events. So best of luck. I hope you can get there.
Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. And was there anything else you wanted to say before we wrap things up today? I also appreciate everyone that came in and listened today and hope they enjoyed
Yeah,
podcast
thank you.
number 32.
Like I can't see how many people right now are here, and if everyone heard us, it would be great because for me it was like just communication with my friend to discuss everything that I have on my mind. So I don't know if anyone heard us right
We had
now.
135 people tune in
Oh my
throughout
god.
this, so that's
Nice,
great.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys for coming and for listening. And I hope that it was interesting for you to get acquainted with our project. And if you want to become a part of it, you can come on Magic Eden and like bought it. So buy it. So it's not so huge amount of aliens left because we already have more than 1,000 holders right now. And for me it's a huge amount of people because like I always imagine that uh how many people in one room it can be, like 1,000 people, it's already a huge room, a huge, so like a lot of holders. For me it's, I really appreciate it. I think in future everything will be great and for Ukrainian, for Ukraine and for Ordinals ecosystem.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much once again for coming on. Thank you to everyone that
Thank you.
listened in. Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Best of luck with
Okay,
everything.
thank you.